And we are live!
We're so live. James and I have both come today dressed as backing singers for a soul singer from the 90s that's like doing a 90s festival. We both just stand there going, ooh, ooh. Who's your favourite 90s soul singer, James?
I like... that's soul, right?
I don't know. Any favourite soul singers from the 90s?
No.
Great. We went and saw Nile Rodgers and Chic live, which is obviously disco, but they were supported by Gabrielle. And it was really funny. I might have mentioned this before. My girlfriend, whenever we go to a gig, she's like, who's the support act going to be? She gets overexcited, and then it's kind of 50-50 on whether it's disappointment or not. But I was like, oh, it's Gabrielle? And she was like, who the fuck is that? And so I sat there and played the first 20 seconds of 7 Gabrielle songs. And it took all of 4 minutes for her to go from, who the fuck is Gabrielle, to, we're going to go see Gabrielle. It was really funny. It turns out that listening to nothing but Radio 2 your entire life suddenly results in knowing every single Gabrielle song.
Your girlfriend
and all of her back singers dressed like this. And so what? So
your girlfriend is a surprising person.
I'm flabbergasted every day. Have you ever seen a band where you had bought tickets and then found out who the support act was and were like, hell yeah?
Yes, but I missed the support act. A friend of mine's dad was in, I forgot what they're called now. Fuck. That's embarrassing. Anyway, they were in a band from the 90s that were quite big.
Shed 7? Cast?
No.
James?
No.
Lightning Seeds?
I think they started with P. Not Proclaimers.
Oh. No, actually, I was about to say one and then just realised that the thing I was about to say is a rapper who's currently caught up in a lot of legal issues.
My friend's dad is the infamous...
Let's not go there.
Let's keep it light.
Who was the support act?
The support act was Jesus and the Mary Chain.
Oh!
And I missed them. Because my friends were like, there's a support act. I was like,
oh, I hate it when you're keen but nobody else is, and they're really adamant that you shouldn't do that. I have had both people announcing that the support act is great and seeing it, and also I went to go see Slayer in Manchester, and one of the support acts was Trivium. So everybody was like, it was like Trivium at that point were like the Nickelback of metal, where everyone was like, they're too popular and they're not very good, so they didn't sell as many. But before them was Mastodon, who are one of my favorite bands of all time. And what I was going to do was, my friend was in Manchester. I arrived super early so we could go for a pint, and then I would go into the gig. And the trains were delayed, and then we went to the venue. Turns out it was at a completely different venue, so we went to another venue, and then we just went to the pub next door. And I walked in, and all of Mastodon's stuff was on stage, and I was like, perfect. And then they just started dismantling the stage. And I was just like, no.
So I just had a quick Google while you were harping on.
Classic.
Is the Charlatans.
Oh, yes. My favorite band beginning with P.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm dyslexic, so fuck you, David.
Yeah, and unlike what I do in the night, the P was silent. Is this enough? With James O'Donoghue and David Hoare.
That was seamless. Purely seamless. Where is the banner for seamless podcasting? Where is that?
Under banners.
All I've got is round one.
Scroll down.
No, I've got no seamless podcasting.
You don't get to dish out seamless podcasting. Only I. Anyway, let's do the intro I was planning. That's a visual joke there. Don't go fucking my wife. I couldn't if I tried. And welcome to episode 31 of Is This Enough? The really brilliant game show that's both brilliant but also excellent. 31 days has October, January, March, and December, and May, and July. All the rest have 30 days, except for February, who is non-binary. We've made up 3 rounds each. Neither of us knows what the other has prepared. Along the way, we'll have some prizes and some forfeits. With me, as ever, is comedian, actor, painter, and nasal hair specialist, James O'Donoghue.
None up here. Clean as a whistle. Listen to this. It's for the ASMR freaks out there.
Now listen to mine. Hurry! So,
so listening to the trees rustling through the rainforest.
It's a gentle stealth week here. Is this enough? James, what have you been hiding from us?
I've been hiding that I go on the ride Stealth, one of our premier theme parks, and gently wank myself off. Once more, folks. Gently.
Oh, is it gentle stealth week rather than mental health week? Mental stealth. Oh, God.
You said gentle stealth.
Oh, I meant to say mental stealth, but never mind. Let's.
No, we're in gentle stealth now.
You got to roll.
It's like Splinter Cell, but chill.
Yeah. Thought it's like there's probably Metal Gear Solid ASMR somewhere, isn't there? James is now googling. As am I. Which one is stealth? Oh no, it's Swarm. I'm thinking of. Have you been to Thorpe Park?
Yes, but not for years.
Stealth is the big old. That's the one that's like.
There's loads of ASMR videos
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, loads of it.
There's gotta be. Let's not get DMCA'd by ASMR. The one I'm always thinking of is the Swarm. Were you there when the Swarm? Have you been to the Swarm at Thorpe Park?
No, what was the
It's
Swarm?
like the post-apocalyptic one where you arrive and there's like bus crashes and plane crashes everywhere, and it's like there's news report sounds going off, and it's like what?
That was Stealth.
No, that's the Swarm. Because is that not? Yeah. Because Stealth is the one that goes up really high and back down again. It goes really.
Yeah, which was based on, I think, a bad movie about a stealth plane that got cognitive, something like that.
Yeah,
a bad movie.
But the Swarm is a roller coaster ride that has this kind of like post-apocalyptic aesthetic in Thorpe Park. But it has like a news presenter being like, "Oh my God, we're still getting in reports of what's happening, but everything's going wrong. The only thing we can know for sure is that you need to listen to this song by Yumi at 6." And then they had a song by Yumi at 6 called "The Swarm," and it just plays the same song like every 4 minutes. It's mental.
So you know how like awful movies got theme park rides?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's going to happen with like online content, and you're going to get shouty TikTok shop man the ride? you're going to be going up, and there's like a hologram of a guy going, "The people at rollercoasters.com are going to get fired for this."
Instead of the bar coming down, they just put a tea towel slowly on your head, and you have to pretend to be a woman.
And then the bar comes down, and it says "commission paid" on it.
Yeah. And when it pulls back into the station, it says, "Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe." James, last time I won, and I received 30 years of good luck. I can't believe it's been 30 years since we last spoke to each other. That was lucky.
But we've aged marvelously.
James, you lost and you received 30 years of good luck condensed into 1 minute. Therefore, you'll be trying to chase that high for the rest of your life. How are you getting on with that?
it's all right.
Yeah, good. Well, we hope you'll play along at home. Please let us know your scores, your answers, and your favourite rounds. You can follow us at Is This Enough Pod on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Or you can email us at isthisenoughpodcasting@gmail.com. James, would you like to know this week's prizes and forfeits?
David, I would love to know this week's prizes and forfeits.
James, if you win this week's exciting episode 31 of Is This Enough,
God.
you will receive massive shoulders. Everybody wants massive shoulders. You're going to get especially if somebody with no shoulders. I'll finally have massive shoulders. James, does that excite you?
Oh, mate.
Yeah, wow. It should excite you, and that should lead you to win. But what should scare you away from losing is if you lose, you will receive massive knees.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's arthritis.
That's a technical term. James, I've got a reminder and a question for you. Here's the reminder.
Keep it light, keep it tight, please don't fuck my wife. Keep it light, keep it tight, please don't fuck my wife.
I love.
Yes. Do you think this will be enough?
Yes.
Great. Well, then it's over to me for round one.
Round one.
James O'Donoghue. Round one is called General Sausage.
Oh! Oh! I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Whoa, look at the sausage on that. It's just one of the many phrases you'll hear at this year's Totnes Sausage and Black Metal Festival.
Have you ever been to the Isle of Wight Garlic Festival?
I've not been to that, no. There is often some confusion with said festival. Why is it in Totnes? Who the fuck came up with this festival? And is that the name of a sausage or a black metal band? James, you must help out the citizens of Totnes. Is this the name of a sausage or a black metal band? This is for 100 points a question. However, if you get it right and can tell me the country of origin, you'll double your points for that question.
Oh.
Do you understand?
David?
Yeah.
I understand.
Great. Okay. Just to make things even spicier, I'm going to read them all out in a heavy metal voice, making it both easier and harder. Question number one, James. Sausage or black metal band? Mr. Makara.
I'm going to say that's a sausage. I like a kind of pepperami style sausage.
Yeah.
Quite a spicy, like cured meat one. And I think you can get it from... I'm going to say Argentina.
Well, James, you are correct that it is a sausage, but it is from Finland.
No, Finland.
But you've done so well so far. Yeah, from Finland. Question number two: sausage or black metal band? Ajatara.
Ajatara. Okay, that's definitely a black metal band, and I'm going to say similar. I think it's going to be Norway.
James, you are correct. It is a black metal band.
But
they are from Finland. Question number two. Question number three. Black metal band or sausage? Steve Krutz.
Steve Krutz?
No. Stip Krutz. Like Stip, S-T-I-P-P. Krutz, G-R-U with an umlaut. T-Z-E.
I'm going to say this is sausage. It's a lovely Finnish sausage.
You think it's from Finland?
I think it's from Finland.
Well, once again, James, you're right. There is a sausage, but it's from Germany.
Oh. They think it's from Finland. It is now.
Question number four. Sausage or black metal band, James? Oranzi Pazuzu.
Okay, so Pazuzu has got a horror theme, but that could be like it's a black metal band. They're like, yeah, we're horrible, or it's like a very spicy sausage.
Like a spicy hipster sausage.
Ranzi Pazuzu.
Oranzi Pazuzu.
Granzi.
Oranzi.
Oranzi.
Oransi. Oranzi.
Hold on. I'm going into my mind palace now.
Oh, he's cumberbatching.
What, being overpaid for not a lot of work?
Hey!
He's a very fine actor. A very fine actor indeed. I think I'm going to say it's a sausage. I'm going to say it is a hipster spicy sausage from Belgium.
No, that's a black metal band from Finland. James, question number 5. Seftalia.
I was bloody smoking a bit of Seftalia last night. Helps with my massive knees. I am going to say...
You haven't lost yet.
Well, let's be realistic. It is going to be... Where's this energy come from? Oh, I've had 3 cups of coffee in the last 2 hours. That'll be it. That'll be it. I'm going to have such a lovely poo later. I'm going to say that this is a Finnish black metal band who have produced their own sausage.
Like merch.
Yeah. They've got the stall, you got the shirts, you got albums, you got pins and badges, and you also have a charcuterie section.
I mean, I've seen some pretty interesting band merch. Like Mr. Scruff has quite a lot of kitchenware, to be fair. There was a lot of people who bought cooking aprons at Mr. Scruff gig I went to, and then just proceeded to like wear them on the dance floor. I've also seen a lot of metal bands have alcohol, like beer or wine.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen Perishables though.
Other than from Seftalia.
Do you reckon there's a metal band called Perishables? Hang on. Metal band Perishables. Yep. There's one called Perishable. Oh no, the Perishables. There we go. James, incorrect. That is a sausage from Cyprus. Seftalia. And James, final question in this round. Is this a sausage or a black metal band? Galskag.
Girlskug.
Galskag. A GAAHLSKAGG. Galskag.
Okay,
Sausage
that's definitely a sausage. That's a sausage.
Yeah.
From Rochester, New York.
Nope, it's a black metal band from Norway.
Oh, God. I bet those guys burnt some churches back in the day.
Oh, I didn't look to see how horrific they are. Hey, folks, heavy metal is way less scary than you think it is, except for black metal, which is a lot more scary than you think it is.
Yeah, those are not chilled guys.
No, like people are scared of like Slayer, who are like family men, and some of them are legitimately Christians, and they're like, "Oh, I just sing about it, but I believe in God." And then there's black metal bands where the lead singer was murdered by the old lead singer.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
That's the last thing I'd want him to do.
Yep.
I'd say, stop this now, please.
James, at the end of that round, you have received 300 points. It is over to you for round 2.
Round 2.
David. There we are. There we are. Look at this. Stealing from festivals.
I can't remember if this was the one. I think this is the one where we went to a cider festival at the same time we went on stage. Was the same time the Wurzels went on stage at a cider festival. And everyone went and saw the Wurzels and were dressed up as the Wurzels, and nobody came to see us or was dressed up as us. Anyway, round 2, James.
Round 2. David, before we go into round 2, some music.
Stop fucking my wife. Was that written by the fox deterrent? That was amazing.
There we go. I've just deleted it. You'll never hear it again. Oh,
pretty good.
David, for round two, I thought we could go back to basics. Back to basics, David. Who said this? Rishi Sunak or a broken down Mac? David, who said the following things? A tool of the overprivileged, selfish managerial classes, or blah, 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 blah. The one you assumed was the one thing was the other. We all know how these things work. David, here's some statements. Did Rishi Sunak say these, or a MacBook that was in the last throes of use? So, question number one. By the way, this is for 275 points per correct answer, which, according to Google, was how many days it's been since Rishi Sunak became Prime Minister. I think that's very out of date now. That's very out of date. That's exceptionally out of date.
It feels way longer.
It's been way long. Let me tell. This is live. Oh, fuck it. Nah, can't be asked. Yeah, we'll just go with that. That's 275 points.
I don't know though, because I definitely had a Boris Johnson joke that I had to take out of my set because when did Rishi Sunak? Oh, 2022. Yeah, way.
How long ago was it? 25th October 2022. 575 days. There we go.
As we're recording this, all the news is like, pretty sure they're going to call an election, which was the last thing we talked about before we came on, other than talking about how Steve Jobs was a weird guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, James, hit me with your questions.
It's going to be on my birthday as well, the motherfucker.
It's my birthday.
It's my birthday, and everyone's invited to the party in the polls.
To vote.
Everyone vote now. What a present. What a present, democracy. It's a small pencil you shouldn't have. What's this box? It must be for me. Let's open it. Paper.
Everyone's voted for me to have a lovely birthday.
I'm very upset with my choice of candidate, so I might just go into the booth and spoil my ballot with "It's my birthday."
It's my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
I'm going to write myself in.
The only party you should be going to is mine.
The candidate. What party? The birthday party. Oh, this fucking sucks. Anyway, who said these things? Rishi Sunak or a MacBook that is dying? Much like Rishi Sunak's political career. So, I cannot find the connection. Who said that?
Secretly a third option, and it's the Elizabeth line. Topical humor for 4 weeks ago.
It's very simple. The wayfinding is very simple on the Elizabeth line, David. It's very simple to use. It's very easy to use, David. It's a very good line. It's named after the Queen.
It's true.
Have some self-respect.
But which Queen?
Queen Elizabeth I. She would have loved it.
The ninth. Let's go with Rishi Sunak.
Yes, David, of course. That was Rishi Sunak looking himself in the mirror, wondering if he has a soul. Correct. You get yourself 575 points.
Doesn't need to look into the mirror to know that there is nothing there.
Satire! David, can we leave politics out of this? Question.
What's this I've got here? It's Rishi Sunak's career. Oh, no. Okay.
For those of you listening, David got his tiny penis out.
Two things there. Number one, it implies that my penis said, "Oh no," and number two, the tiny penis sort of implies that I've got other ones.
Yes.
Now,
one of his collection of penises.
My toolkit. Hit me with your
Hey! David, when's your Edinburgh show?
2nd, 25th of August at the Hill Street Theatre.
Alas,
tickets on sale now via the Fringe website. Oh, thanks.
Question number 2. Have you tried?
Is that how far we've got in this round?
Yes, it is. Yes. Sorry, my boss has been texting me and trying to phone me while we've been doing this.
Oh no!
My boss at the Comedy Factory. He's going to make more jokes.
James, come in quick. It's a general election.
Anyway, yes. So I cannot find the connection. That is, of course, Rishi Sunak. Question number 2: have you tried nuking Turkey?
Also, Rishi Sunak, I guess.
No, that's actually a broken down map. That was from Siri. So I cannot give you that point, I am afraid.
No.
David, what about this? You fools! You fools!
Oh, that's also Siri, I think. Is that a broken down Mac?
Yeah, it is a broken down Mac. That's what happens if you try and open Firefox these days.
Bit of topical satire. Did you know that when I do this, it's awful for my eyes? It's really horrible.
Next question. Plug that into my holes. I need it to live.
If it's not Rishi Sunak, I'm going to be very upset.
It is indeed Rishi Sunak. Well done. And finally, out of my way, I'm a fucking bus.
Has Liz Truss tried to make a comeback?
She's always trying to make a comeback.
Did she write a book?
She wrote a book called 10 Years to Save the West.
She a cowboy?
No, she revealed to everyone that her entire time being prime minister, she had really bad fleas. Turns out Downing Street has a flea problem.
Wait, is that real?
Yeah. She also unequivocally says, I did not fuck my chancellor, but like too many times.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
And then, but yeah, no, she got bad. Apparently, Downing Street is quite difficult to live in. But yeah.
Okay, let's go with Rishi Sunak.
Rishi
Question
Sunak.
5.
Let me have a look. Yes, Rishi Sunak hopped up on glue that they made from those escaped horses. So, David, at the end of that round, you bloody smashed this one. Look at that. Smashed it like that horse smashed into the front of a bus. You've got 2,300 points.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we... Round 3. Oh, dear.
What am I like?
Are you all right? If the boss stopped contacting you now?
He's off the phone, but now the mayor's on the phone.
We need Batman. James, round 3 is called Culture. I hardly even knew her. Because we recorded the last episode yesterday, we don't have a lot to say between now and then. James suggested that maybe for a different round, we discuss what we've been watching, reading, and listening to of late. James, what have you been watching, reading, and listening to of late?
Well, David, first of all, I've been watching this. This is a Polaroid I took that went wrong. Look at that. How marvelous is that? For those of you listening, imagine a a picture of nothing.
It kind of looks like a Brian Eno album cover, to be fair. So,
It really does.
I would buy it.
Like the other side. The other side is entirely blank because it's the other side of the Polaroid.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1. That is an extraordinarily good film.
Yeah, well, good.
It's great. It's very fun.
It's great.
Like growing up, I had no idea that it was good, and I thought
there's so many sequels and like daft TV show spin-offs. It's a bit like you don't like Jurassic Park. It's a bit like Jurassic Park and a few other things where you're like, actually, the first one was good, but people have butchered it. James, what have you been watching, reading, and listening to of late?
So, David, I recently, because I have a feeling that money is going to be tight soon, but at the moment I have a little bit more money than usual. I decided to buy myself one of those game consoles they have now, and like a wee baby child, I have been swinging through New York City, catching enemies, tie them up, and saving the day. I've been playing Train Simulator World 3. Been playing it wrong. I'm bad at doing trains. No, so yeah, I've been playing Spider-Man, and let me tell you, the graphics, great. Yeah. The action, great. The dialogue, not a patch on. No one has told me that they are already at full health.
I guess like what people want is like retro Spider-Man outfits and storylines, but all we want is retro Spider-Man dialogue from the PlayStation 1 Spider-Man game, of which James and I, it's another thing that James and I have like shared mutual adoration for, despite not knowing each other for a very long time. I was walking around my house yesterday going, "Get out of my way, nerd!"
Oh my goodness! I've been doing that, but then also, so my girlfriend, who I love very dearly, if she's listening to this, she's not. She hates this.
What if she's not listening to it?
My girlfriend. We've had a discussion. It's not fun.
Yeah. I played my girlfriend a bit of last episode yesterday with the news theme tunes. And in the intro to it, I said, I've got some legitimate news theme tunes here. And with all seriousness, she looked at me and went, "Are they actually legitimate?" And then she got really annoyed.
But yeah. So before she trotted off to the other side of the world, the other side of the world, she's in Ireland. Before she went over to Ireland, we watched episode 1 of a new TV series, and then she's in another country now, and she won't be back for about a month. So
what TV show is it?
It was a spin-off of The Boys, called Gen V.
Young Sheldon the Boys.
Young Sheldon the boy. The boy
Young
Sheldon.
Boys. Boys, yeah. And boy, are my Sheldons tired.
I just came back from Sheldon, and boy, are my arms young.
Okay. So you've only watched one episode of it.
Yeah.
You're not sneaking other episodes in.
No,
I know this is what couples do. Me and my girlfriend have a kind of pact about, if we want to watch a show together, we have to say.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm out all the time, and there's been several TV shows, including one I'm about to bring up, where I've been like, we're watching it together, and I come back. I've been out gigging like 4 days in a row, and I come back, and she's like 3 series ahead.
Ah! No!
I don't mind.
My girlfriend has been started watching Better Call Saul. And Better Call Saul is one of those shows that I know I should watch.
Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Did you enjoy Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a bit of hesitancy in the way that, like, I enjoy a salad occasionally.
It does suffer from the everybody said it's the greatest thing ever, so you're not allowed to think it anything other than a 10 out of 10. And if you think it's like a 7 out of 10, then it kind of reads like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah. As
Just
soon
enjoy
as
it
you
for what it
go,
is.
this was fine or
Mhm.
very good instead of amazing, everyone's like, how you fuck. How dare you?
It's where the underrated, overrated sort of stuff comes in.
Yeah.
If it's underrated, but it's probably the same quality as something that's overrated, but you like it more because there's not enough people backing it.
Mm. So yeah, we've been that's on hold, frustratingly. As is a film we started watching no, what's it called? Flying Tiger, Hidden Dragon? Something Tiger, Hidden
Crouching Tiger, Hidden
Flying Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Have you seen it before?
I've not, and I was really enjoying it, but this was at the end of a long week, and I was falling asleep, and I was like, we're having to pause it every 10 minutes for me to go and get cold and then come back. And I was like, I'm going to get it to the end this time. And I was like,
Oh no.
and it was subtitled as well. And I have a thing, if I'm watching subtitled films and I'm tired,
Yeah.
I close my eyes going, I'll know what's going on. It's fine.
Oh
I
no.
can speak French.
Yeah. You are somebody that's not afraid to fall asleep in front of other people.
I just get a little sleepy every now and then. I just a little bit of sleepy boy. It's also because I am now at a point where I'm still having to get up early-ish.
Mm.
To exercise before work or something like that. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
still kind of, as a comedian, I'm desperately trying to be a night owl, but I am still a bit of a morning person by necessity. But my girlfriend is very definitely a night owl. She's very definitely, it's the rhythm of the night. It's the rhythm of her life.
So basically what you're telling me is on all the culture you're absorbing,
I am halfway through fucking everything.
You're playing
Ulysses by James
Spider-Man.
Joyce.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am halfway through because I got to a certain point and was like, oh no!
Why? I just don't understand why, like, for your first audiobook, you chose something that long.
Well, because I did listen to an audiobook before that, which was Hamnet. She's
Oh, yeah.
good. I thought, oh yeah, I'm done in the baby pool over here. Let me get into the Caspian Sea.
It's all learning curves.
It's all learning curves, and let me tell you.
Do you remember? I think Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is kind of fascinating because I don't think most people, say like 5 years younger than you, will be really aware of it. But when it came out, it permeated culture in such a crazy way.
In
adverts were based off it. Anton Deck's the intro to their TV show was based off Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where they were like busting through walls and stuff.
It's in the same way that The Matrix came out and everything was like, holy shit, The Matrix, and everything was kind of The Matrix for a little bit. It had that same effect, and and
it was only like a year or two later.
Yeah,
I guess maybe it was like one after the other where they're like increasing those martial art productions and like people doing next level stuff.
Yeah, but it's also just sick to be like, fuck you, this is a world where people just fly about.
Yes, I think we even got it on VHS from Blockbuster when it first came out on like, do you know like the last day of term where like you're at school, but it's like, I don't know, we had like a shorter day. So you basically all go into school. We had like an assembly and then left basically. And Blockbuster was at the bottom of the hill from school. So we like went to Blockbuster, got Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and me and a guy called Matthew went back to my house and watched it, and we're just baffled. We were like, the action sequences are cool. I can't follow the storyline. And then, I was about to tell you the end now. I went, but something happens at the end where you're like, wait, what? And like little like 12-year-old me was like, what?
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch it again just to see if I actually understand it. Because sometimes you watch something when you're younger and you're like, I don't understand a word you're saying.
And then you get older and you're like, oh, depression. So at the end, they all just sit and go, "Oh God, I just feel really cold, but also like I'm too hot.
Oh, dear.
I kind of need a shit, but also I've not eaten anything. Does anyone else feel like they don't want to die, but they're just really conscious that they don't want to die? So don't. There's no. Oh God.
You're thinking of couching therapist hidden depression. James, at the end of that round, because you've done so well. In fact, I was about to give you something, but I'll just. I can't be asked to do the maths. You receive 17 million points. 17 million being the budget of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Hey! That is a tight film.
I wasn't going to give you the box office, which was 214 million.
That's a lot of moolah. Look at that.
They made some fucking wonga. James, at the end of the round, it's over to you for round 4.
Round 4.
Round 4. More like round 4. Look at the culture on that. David.
Hi there.
What forms of culture have you been interacting with?
Interpretive dance. No.
You ever seen any interpretive dance?
No, but you've told me about the most harrowing one. So
Remind
the viewers and listeners.
The most harrowing form of interpretive dance I've seen, viewers, is 9/11 through the medium of interpretive dance.
Not a joke.
That's not a joke. I mean, it is a joke.
I was about to say something there which could spawn a whole conversation that I don't really want to get into. I'll just say it and we'll just move on immediately. Gen Z think 9/11 is hilarious. Anyway.
They do. They really do. Anyway.
They really do.
They really do.
James.
Mike, can I tell you another thought I've got, and then we'll move on? My worry is that they will start thinking, that people will start thinking the Holocaust is hilarious, and that we will denigrate all forms of human tragedy because of the way that we talk about sadness in quite an overly simplistic way. Anyway, David.
Uh-oh.
Keep it light, keep it tight, please don't fuck my wife. Keep it light, keep it tight, please don't fuck my wife.
That could actually go really quickly. That could go really easily into that, like, dun 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 dun. That really like, is it like Macklemore?
From what you were doing, I thought you were doing "Sail Away."
That song is unnecessarily good. James, what I have been, I've been playing a game called Grapple Dog.
Grapple Dog?
Grapple Dog? What do you think
Whoa!
Grapple Dog is?
Is it a dog with a grappling hook?
Correct. It's a platforming game. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's not quite, the thing is that from the advert it makes it kind of look like you swing with the grapple like you're Spider-Man, but it's way more sort of like puzzly and tactical.
Physics-based grappling
dog. Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. And starts off like fine difficulty and then gets pretty hard. So please investigate Grapple Dog. I'm
really sorry to interrupt you. Can I issue an apology to everyone listening at home? I'm overly caffeinated and having quite a high anxiety week at the moment. And I've realized that that's manifested as being quite fidgety and quite fiddly. So there's likely to be quite a lot of background noises, which is just me fiddling away with shit. And I've tried to move every conceivable distracting thing away. And
the weirdest thing about your fidgeting is that you've moved slightly further away from the mic. So I kept on having to turn the mic up, like my sound up a little bit, just so I could hear you a little bit better. Can you move your mic just slightly closer to your face? Just slightly. Thank you.
I walk a lonely road.
I've been moving back and forth to my speakers trying to make sure that I can hear James. We're fidgety.
I'm so sorry.
Fidgety guys. I'm pretty ADHD today.
I know, and I've done it all
I'm so
by
pretty.
myself.
Oh, so pretty. ADHD, cunt. Okay, so I slipped one in.
Oh, there we go.
I was just trying to say vacant.
A taste of things to come, methinks. Anyway, David.
Guess what I've been reading, James?
What have you been reading? Oh, yeah, here we go. What have you been reading, David? What have you bloody been reading?
There was a sale on the audiobook app I used a while ago, so I bought the complete collection of the Hungry City Chronicles. So I'm on book 2 of Mortal Engines, Predator's Gold.
There you
which
go.
I read like years ago, but I haven't read in a long time. So bit of nostalgia, bit of fun. Can't quite remember.
How absolutely mortal do these engines get?
Pretty mortal. I don't know. They don't get sentient themselves, but there is some.
Oh, what the
It's not like
I just thought it was like
Howl's Moving
London's
Castle.
on wheels.
Yeah, it's London's on wheels. That doesn't mean it's mortal, though, is it?
But does
somebody
I
needs to reboot
couldn't
James.
quite get past the idea of London's on Wheels, and also the fact that London's on Wheels goes to the tune of Lady in Red by Christopher.
London's on wheels. Have you?
And so is Leeds.
James, you know how you're struggling with Ulysses?
Yes.
May I recommend, if you've got a credit on whatever audiobook app,
London's on Wheels.
Try Mortal Engines, because I still think it's great. I listened to it again. It's really good.
Is it written in the same postmodernist rambling way? But it's just one of them is like Ireland in like just after the death of Queen Victoria, and one of them is in a post-apocalyptic.
It's kind of post-apocalyptic steampunky. It's aimed at like, it's like a YA sort of book. There's lots of basically like silly sort of references to the past. So they're, it's set in like the year like 5000 or something. But so they're like, the gods of the old, like Goofy and Donald Duck and stuff. And the museum has like old tech in it that's like was modern when it was written and stuff.
The god you fear most of all being Goofy.
But it's
god
basically
of shitting yourself.
There's big cities on wheels because all the resources were used up, so they all like went into a tiered system on wheels, and all the cities move around. And then there's villages and hamlets, and they're all moving around, and it's a municipal Darwinism is what it's called, and they're trying to eat each other up. And then there's a whole subsection against them, which is like the Anti-Traction League, which is the airships people. So it's fun, cool airship, massive cities. It's corruption, power, scientists, ancient tech and weapons. It's also bleak. Stuff. It's pretty bleak. It's not a genre of music called Bleak House. Anyway, so playing Grapple Dog, listening to Predator's Gold, and I just rewatched The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls documentary on Netflix, which has weirdly become one of my main comfort watches. That I can't explain. I have no interest in basketball or sport in general, and I love it. I love
David,
that.
Did you know that The Last Dance is also going to be the name of the third Venom movie in the Spider-Man Sony Pictures universe?
Really?
Yeah. He's gonna get on the court.
Yeah, I mean, that came out like that was like, I think it went Tiger King, and then the next thing that came out was The Last Dance on Netflix, where everyone was like, okay, lockdown's happening, but we can watch this. It's basically watching people at the peak of their careers doing stuff really well and showing like how they managed to get through, not just physically but mentally. And I really appreciate that. But there's still just bits of it that are amazing because it's like 90s stuff, but there's some really fun back and forth. Like there's one bit where Chicago think they're going to win the main championship, and they're so excited about it that they board up all their windows on the city, so in case there's a riot from how happy they are from winning. And then they lose that match, so it goes on to another game. And the captain of the team that beat them came out And they're like, how'd you feel like the game went? And he just goes, take that shit off the windows. And it's, love it. That's wonderful. There's a whole, basically, like, the Bulls were doing really well, but their manager was like, okay, they're all going to get old soon and we need to sell them. So this is the last season that manager's going to be in charge and we're going to have that team together, even though they were like the most successful team that ever existed. And so people were interviewing this guy who was in charge of that and being like, are you surprised how well the season's going despite all the backstabbing? And the guy he says that to has a like full like, well, first of all, there's no backstabbing. Okay. Second of all, you've lost this interview. And he storms off. And it's just a load of media people stood in silence. And then this one guy just goes, way to go, Craig. And it makes me so happy. And there's an angry lady in Utah that just won't stop yelling. She's like, you know, it's a Netflix documentary that you might think be quite sanitary. And they just keep on cutting to this blonde lady in like 1988. Just literally yelling at Michael Jordan from the stands, being like, "Hey, fuck you!"
Documentaries.
Well worth a watch.
Documentaries are one of the best resources for actors because you tend it's where you can see people at their most extreme emotions in a way where you're not going to get lamped. And there's a documentary I saw, it's on Netflix, about 3 Mile Island, which was a nuclear disaster in America. And I think it's the governor of the state coming out and going, I'm here with the scientists, for the experts from the board. They brought an expert with them, but from the board of directors, they've assured me that the radiation is in a safe, it's in the safe remit. It's fine. And here's another expert. He's going to ratify that for us now. And this guy comes out and he's like, visibly shaking, and he's going, I don't know what advice you've been given, but we are all in great danger. We need to evacuate immediately. And the camera cuts back to this governor, and his face is just like, and he's looking at these people from the board of directors, and they're like,
nice.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Documentaries are the best for like extreme people in like extreme circumstances.
Sounds. What I will say is, I don't like documentaries that are about disasters or crime. And when you go onto Netflix to look at documentaries, it's basically like murder, disaster. And I'm like, have you got anything about like how an album was made or how a team did good?
Yeah.
I just want to relax and switch off rather than have it all intensely put on me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Grapple Dog, Predator's Gold, Last Dance, and I've been listening to an album called Reveries by Dawn Chorus and the Infallible Sea, which is different to the Infallible Sea. It's an ambient classical album made by like 3 artists all collaborating, and it's the sort of music that I put on and it kind of quiets my brain.
Very nice.
So that's what I've been up to. Thank you.
Well, David, I'm going to give you 150 million points for that, which is how much Michael Jordan made from Nike. So, here we go. 150 million for you. There we go. 150. How much? 3. 1, 2, 3.
Inputting numbers is hard.
I would quite like to replace. We use like a Google sheet. For this,
we're doing some
I would
live
like to replace it with a big like punch card system and a team of 1950s secretaries. I'd like to replace it with that, and a guy in like a short sleeve white shirt with a black tie and slick back hair. And now we go to our boffins in the corner with the scores. Boffins.
Can we get Jenny Powell in to do the like turn? You know, like she was on Wheel of Fortune in the UK, where she like turns the letters around. But she also, when she did for the prizes and forfeits, where she'd like pretend to use a Hoover for a second or like open a fridge.
That would be good. David Dimbleby with the swingometer that they keep for elections.
All of this sounds expensive.
David, I tell you what's free. I tell you what's fucking free, mate. Tell you what's free.
Round 5.
James, round 5 is called I Don't Read, I Listen. Sounds emotional, but it's just that I've had enough of pretending that I can read, sitting still for everything I believe in. So I listen to audiobooks whilst I do other activities such as tap dancing and cannibalism. I've taken some of my favorite and legitimate extracts of legitimate audiobooks.
Hold on. Whoa. Did you just say you do tap? You nerd.
It's actually sync dancing. James, this is for 100 million points question. Thank you. James, I'm going to play you 3 extracts from audiobooks that I found, some of my favorites, and you just have to tell me which audiobook it's from. Do you understand the premise?
I understand the premise. I also understand the coquettish raise of the eyebrow there. That was quite good. You paused and you went, I'm going to read it from some audiobooks. That was good. I enjoyed that.
Thank you. Question number 1. Which audiobook's this from?
Sam looked down the path of the mountain and sighed. No, Master Frodo. We must drive sideways.
Lord of the Rings, The Return of the Mac.
Is that your final answer?
No, it's Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. No, they're going down. Yeah, no, Return of the King. They go down the mountain after that. They went up the mountain. No, they have to go down.
They're going down the mountain sideways.
Yeah. I fucking hate hobbits, mate. I tried with the films. I tried with them. I couldn't get on board.
That's a shame. No, James, of course, it's Lord of the Rings 3 Tokyo Drift.
Oh, no, that's great. My
Sozzles.
cynicism got in the way of me enjoying.
It's like me with every geography question. James, question number 2. Which audiobook is this from?
I first met James in a library in the old country. We shared the same pipe that evening. We shared everything. And I mean everything.
James and his magic peach.
Is that what you think?
Well, it's this pipe. Is it James and the Peach Lost Mary vape?
Is that really your final answer? I thought you might get this one.
No.
Want to hear it again?
Yes.
I first met James in a library in the old country. We shared the same pipe that evening. We shared everything. And I mean everything.
Is it the Communist Manifesto? Because that's sharing everything.
You're closer.
Is it Das Kapital? Is it?
I don't.
Is it On the Jewish Question by Karl Marx? Best to skip that one, lads. Is it? I don't know. What is it?
It's Nish Kumar's autobiography.
Ah, no!
Make Nish the Nish of the day. Okay, question number 3. It's a book about communism. James, your final question in this round. Question number 3. Which audiobook, which is legitimate, is this from?
August 5th. This morning I managed to get my whole head up there. It smelt like Huel.
Oh, this is Stephen Bartlett's autobiography. Stephen Bartlett, How I Can Fit My Head Up My Arse.
Alternatively known as
Diarrhea of a CEO.
I'll give it to you. It's Diary of a CEO. That's 100,000 points for you there, James. Congratulations.
Yes. That's the average wage of a CEO.
James, the other round, you've got 117,300,000 points. It's over to you for
Perfect.
round 6.
Round 6.
David, as is tradition, it's not over for me for round 6, sadly. But you're not got rid of me that easy. No, I am off. I am going to now usher in our expert for this next round. I'm going to say expert.
Expert. Is it Usher?
I hope that doesn't make them sound too much of an establishment figure, because they are usually quite anti that. So please welcome our guest. I'm off to read Nish's book with Nish. We share the book together. He reads one word, I read another. There we go. Bye-bye.
Who could it be, folks? It's the special guest this week. Hi there.
Hello, David. It's me, John Lydon. I didn't want to do your poxy show because it sounds woke and rubbish. But I thought I can't let you lefties have all the fun, so I'll stick my oar in. It's very easy to stick my oar in because it's covered in butter.
Hi, John. John, did you mind me singing your song earlier?
David, if I'm honest, it was never my song. The studio made us do that. Can I give you a glimpse of the new stuff I'm working on? Seeing as now I'm rejecting all the foreigners from the country, here's my new song. I'm John Lydon, yes I am here, so is your nan. We're in the town square, dancing round a pole. I'm a Morris dancer. Fuck yourself.
Wow, John. Do you hope to chart with that, or what's the aim?
I hope I don't chart, actually. That would be bad. These plaid trousers are very expensive. Do you like my songs, David?
I really like the song Public Image Limited by Public Image Limited.
Good. You know, all my songs are about you. God Save the Queen. We had to change that one. Originally, it was God Save David. He's being pushed over by Goofy and shitting himself.
Oh, no. Well, it's very good for my ego, that, I guess. Thank you.
David, did you know I'm an iconoclast? As you know, I like tearing down the establishment. Apart from the right-wing establishment, which has been in power for over 50 years now. Very big fan of that. As such, I thought I'd prove to you that some music greats are rubbish because they started off bad. I've scoured the archives. I wrote showered there. Oopsie. I guess I should have spent more time in school learning rules.
Do punks shower, John?
No.
I thought it was a mistake. Carry on.
No, I've never showered in my life. We have lavender-scented baths. I've scoured the archives for early drafts of songs, and I'm going to play them to you, and you have to tell me what song they are and who they're by. And for every correct answer, you get 1976 points. 1976, the year that punk died. It's also the year that punk started in the UK. Here's another song I'm working on. Anarchy in the UK, it's coming sometime, maybe, but for now I'm harking back to a time before the Romans.
Pretty good, John. Pretty good.
So, David.
Have you got Jar Wobble playing on that?
No. No. We don't speak.
Okay. What are your questions, John?
So, here is number one. Tell me what song this is and who it's by.
am. And Brian Eno, I've called you Dad because you're late for tea. Come and get your tea, you fuck.
John, is that a collaboration between Brian Eno and Liam Pickford, the comedian?
No, it's not. I like Liam.
Is it?
He's a good boy. I know you're listening, you fuck.
Is it Brian Eno?
It is indeed Brian Eno with By This River. I'm going to give you the points, even though, as everyone knows, Tony Visconti did all the work. So there we go. You get 1976 points. David, here's number 2. I hope it's not a load of number 2. That's right, poo-poos. I'm saying it.
Would you like a bagel? Would you like a bagel?
Copyright strike me now. It's fair use if I say it's rubbish.
Is it like some kind of New York act? Bagel, hole in the middle. Hole. Is it hole?
You're thinking too much about this.
Well, is it the Human League?
Yes. Yes, it's Human League. What song, David, so I can give you double points?
Don't You Want Me Bagel?
Yes, it's Don't You Want Me Bagel. So,
can I just say at this stage, John, that the best remix of any song ever is the version of "Don't You Want Me, Baby" by the Human League, where the person remixing it just took the words "Don't you you were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar" and just made that all the lyrics.
That's
really good.
My favourite joke. I laugh and laugh and laugh.
A waitress in a cocktail bar. All right, hit me with another one.
Final one for this round, David.
Mm-hmm.
Because someone decided to plug in a MIDI keyboard.
It's pretty good. I've never heard her voice before, but it's the Doctor Who theme tune by Delia Derbyshire.
Oh, well done, David. I suppose we can all learn the people in charge of the BBC Radiophonics Workshop.
I mean, I literally studied her, John, in my music tech degree. So,
well, she didn't study you. So how do you feel now?
Pretty sad.
Ever get the feeling you've been cheated?
Yes, when I'm playing a lovely round of Is This Enough with James O'Donoghue, who thankfully isn't here to hear me slag them off.
Don't use their pronouns, David. You'll get cancelled.
Cancelled for using pronouns?
Yes.
Okay. John, you are a wild individual. That's true, you don't. Yeah, that's true.
The world scares me. I'm worried for my relevance.
That's fair enough.
Well, David.
Yeah?
No, you finish. I better think if not polite.
was just going to say, go enjoy a bagel with some butter, John.
Oh, well, I will. I love butter. I love butter, David. Well, David, I can see you know your music well. I'm off to be arrested. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Or was it the racially inflammatory things I said about the succulent Chinese meal? Help! I'm being censored. I'm being cancelled. Justice for Johnny. This treatment is truly rotten.
Thanks, John.
Oh, that guy was a real rotter, I tell you that for free.
What a strange individual. Let's go over to the results. James, at the end of that round, you have 117,300,000 points, but you lose because I have 150 million, 12,180 points. So I get massive shoulders and you get massive knees.
Sounds like an excuse not to go running for another week.
If you've enjoyed the podcast today and you'd like to follow us, please follow us at Is This Enough Pod on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. If you want to find me on the internet, you can find me at David Hoare on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. James, where can we find you?
You can find me on the Piccadilly line most mornings. You can find me at Is That James O on Instagram and Let the James Begin on TikTok.
James, I think this was a lovely bit of seamless podcasting. I think we both did very well. All that remains to be said is, James, do you think this was enough?
David, let me have a look at the scores. David, it is enough to bring down the government. We're having an election on my birthday. That's enough. Of Rishi Sunak, that is.
Oh my God, it was actually on your birthday.
It's on my birthday, David. Happy birthday to me.
Christ. All right.
This is a bit like there's an episode of the RT podcast where they announce the death of the Queen like 6 months late. By the time this comes out.
This will only come out next week because we have eaten through our backlog due to poor mental health.
Yeah.
Let's have some poor mental health.
Keep it light, keep it tight, please don't fuck my wife. Keep it light, keep it tight, please don't fuck my wife.